Alright guys, welcome back to Fastback Life. I'm TK. Thanks for watching. So, everything's looking a little different in here. So, last two videos I made, one of them was about going to a Mo party. The last one that had anything to do with the build was, at the end I said, next video is probably going to be me with air compressor, sandblasting tank, welder, blah blah blah. Well, I've got a air compressor, I've got a sandblasting tank here, and then I picked up a welder, and I got a tank for it too. So, been practicing with the welding. I'm okay with it so far. Air compressor tank does pretty good. Got that for a decent price. The sandblasting tank, you know, I've been kind of using it off camera to kind of get it working right. I've been using it a couple times and it's been clogging, so I'd have to sit there and shake the tank. It's been a pain in the butt, actually, to a point where I thought maybe I was going to be getting rid of it. I thought maybe of doing the pressure washer with the sand, but then I got to pull it outside and that's a mess and blah 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 blah. So I started looking up to see if I could find ways to like do upgrades for the tank. I've seen a couple videos talking about using it properly, blah blah blah. I did find one guy who replaced the fittings at the bottom of the tank. You can kind of see him down there. So the guy said that there were some issues with the stuff that came from factory. This piece right here. It's kind of like a T-fitting. Air comes in here, sand falls in through the top, and then that mixture gets blown out through this. But the fitting that comes in through the top is actually too far down and it kind of blocks the air and sand mixture. Let's see if I can show you guys kind of. I don't know if you can see it in there, but that piece kind of dips down and reduces everything inside, and then the air kind of comes in and hits that bowl, and then it kind of gets forced through that little hole. So what I ended up doing is I watched that video that guy had, and he upgraded his fittings to 1/2 inch. So it was a 1/2 inch ball valve and then a 1/2 inch T, and then it went out through, you know, the hose. And for him, it worked where he didn't have any more clogs. Kind of same thing I was experiencing. I actually thought the clogs were because I didn't have something to take the moisture out of the sand, out of the air. And that worked, but it didn't solve the issue. So that's why I upgraded my fittings, and today we're going to see if it works. Air compressor works pretty good. Some would say that's not enough for sandblasting. I can push 13 CFM at 40, 11 at 90. The sandblasting tank from Harbor Freight needs like 6 CFM to work, so it keeps up. The only issue I have is that the compressor gets hot. So there's ways to get around that. Upgrades you can do for your tank. Water cooling, the airline or whatever, that kind of stuff. I've seen some stuff on YouTube. Welder's been working great. I've got 240 I rigged up in my garage, so I can run the air compressor and I can run the welder. Welding's been pretty fun. I haven't practiced on like really thin metal for like body panels. I practiced on some thicker stuff. So I still got some practicing to do before I actually tackle anything on the car. I'm trying to build my own rotisserie, so when I get further on that one, I'll show you guys what I'm doing with that. But for today, I'm just gonna get sandblasting. So I'm hoping with that new fittings down there, everything will go better for sandblasting. I'm hoping for no clogs. But as you can see, I did this front wheel well with the sandblaster. That was off camera, trying to figure things out, get it set up. This cowl right here, that was all done with that SCT tool. Did the whole roof of the car as well. But obviously I still have a lot more to do. So today I'm going to tackle the whole thing here. I've got 100 pounds of cracked glass in the tank. Hopefully I can get through this without any issues. We'll see. But I'll get you guys set up, and I'm gonna see if I can do the whole engine bay without any problems. So, all right, I'll get you guys set up and we'll see how this goes. All right, guys. Here we are. I'm trying to get the sandblaster to work again. Right off the bat, it had a clog, and I was running around shutting stuff off and trying to clear it all out. I think I finally got it there. And then I realized I don't have my earplugs, so I run and get those. And I'm back, and I start blasting, and things start working really well. As you can see, it's eating through all the paint and the rust fairly quickly. I crack open the valve a little bit more because the sand stopped coming out. And then I'm back at it. Yeah, it's going through pretty good. I tackled one section, opened it up a little bit more, tackled another section. It's going pretty well. It's eating through all the paint. It's actually going fairly quick. The first time I did this was not quick at all, and with these new fittings and more sand and better airflow, it's working a lot better and a lot faster. All right. We're doing pretty good. Man, it's awesome to see this working so well. All right. I'd say that was a win. I guess if you guys want to take a look here. Did a really good job of removing everything. Needs a good coat of primer. So at first I did have a problem. I got the air compressor going. I got all the air hooked up to the tank, and I cracked open the valve at the bottom, and sand was coming out, and then it stopped. Well, I'm playing with all the valves, shutting everything off, and I eventually undid the tip of this, and a bunch of sand just coughed out, and I cracked open the valve to just let air go through the hose and to clear it out, because that's what you want to do. You want to kind of clear everything out. Cleared everything out, got everything started back up. I cracked the valve to let a little bit of sand out, kept working, eventually stopped, cracked it a little bit more open, more sand started flowing out. There's like a sweet spot for like sand to continuously fall out without getting clogged and still be able to sandblast. And that's kind of what I was doing at the bottom there every once in a while. But the clog was never permanent. Like when I had this set up, like I would be turning all the valves and nothing would happen. But with this setup, I could crack the valve open and let more sand out, and my clog would go away and more sand would come out. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stoked about that. I want to keep going, honestly. I just want to keep going, but the air compressor does get kind of hot. I sat right around 60 psi, I think, constantly going through here. I mean, there's no air in that thing anymore. So I mean, it was able to keep up. I never ran into not enough air. I never ran into too much pressure where it would shut off. But it got she's hot. So it's a kind of a cooler day. It's not muggy, so it was able to perform pretty decent. Pretty stoked about that. I'm gonna grab a can of primer and primer that whole engine bay that I did there, and maybe I'll continue to do more today. I gotta clean my goggles. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching. I'm trying to get back into this. I had to save up some money and buy some tools. I've got those tools. They're working pretty decent so far. So that's why I haven't really been doing a whole lot of videos. But I'm still at it. I've got a rotisserie that I'm trying to make on my own. Instead of paying $2,000 to $2,000 for a rotisserie, I've been kind of making my own off of a couple $100. When that finally starts to take shape, I'll show you what I've been working on. But yeah, I'm pretty freaking excited about that engine bay. Like I said, maybe I'll continue hitting it today, let the tank cool down, probably tackle a little bit more. I do not have enough primer. I have been using the Rust-Oleum Professional Primer. I know that there's better primers out there. This is like $9 a can, and it's pretty decent. It's been doing what I need, stop the rust, and protecting it for the meantime. All right, enough rambling. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.